Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Qadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone and taught us this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect, the 100 men pushing this, 144,000 men pushing the truth and diligence and sincerity across the four winds. It's the Yahawah back with another lesson. And this lesson is going to be about your family. Because who's your family in this truth? I know I speak for myself when I say that since I've come into this truth, I lost my family. You know, and when I say lost it is I don't talk to them as much as I used to. I don't deal with them the same that I used to. It's different now. You know, because they don't want to come out of the world. And why don't they? Because first and foremost, they haven't been called. You know, because if you're being called to do this work, you're going to hear it and you're going to do it. My sheep hear my voice and they follow me. You know? So it took me a while to understand that. You know? It took me a while to understand that not everybody's going to hear this word. You know? And that just shows you how precious this truth is, because I've told everybody, I've told everyone the things that are going to come, the things that are going to happen. Every person that I've met, every Israelite that I've met, and Edomite, Ishmaelite, I've told everyone, you know. And it seems like the more I talk, the more the ears are being closed. But we're going to get that I told you so moment, you know. Yahawah Ratazah, I do get that I told you so moment, but in the end, Yahawashi is going to show himself. He's going to come back and he's going to destroy all nations. And you see it right now. The third woe is about to happen with Iran, Russia, America, North Korea, Syria, and even all of the allies of America are turning his back on it now. It's the prophecies are speaking for themselves, you know. And the men who've been called to do this work, they've warned everyone. You know, we've warned everyone. We've told everyone what's going to happen before it happened, you know, according to the Bible. So this lesson is pretty much about your family. So let's first get Matthew 10 and 36. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 36. A man's foes shall be they of his own household. The people who are going to come against you first and foremost are your people of your household. Whether it be your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your wife, your children, you know, your friends. The people of your own household are going to come against you first and foremost. Think you crazy, call you, say that you're in a cult, think that you're just trying to do something because you was in the military so long, you need something to be a part of, a brotherhood. When in actuality, they don't even see that this is their heritage. And it just shows you how precious this truth is, because many are called, but few are chosen. And when you say it's called, the men who have told every single Israelite that they've been called. Every Israelite that you've told this truth to and they didn't hear it, they were called, but they were not chosen. And that shows you how precious this truth is, man. Verse 37, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. You see? And what is that saying? Don't love your children, don't love your family? No, that's not saying that. That's saying that whoever put those people before Yahawah Yahawashi is not worthy of him. You know? And I've been guilty of this myself. But through the brethren and through seeing videos and studying and praying and fasting, I see my errors, the errors of my ways. And I strive to correct them. And I strive to show Yahawah Yahawashi that he's first and foremost in my life. Because with him, I'm going to get all things. You see? And Verse 38, he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. Verse 39, he that findeth his life shall lose it. He that findeth his life shall lose it. And the men who have come into this truth, when you found your life, which is knowing that you're an Israelite, knowing that you've been called to be a servant of Yahawah Yahawashi, that's your life. You found it. But you lose this worldly life. You lost this. You lost the things that meant value to you because they don't. They're all carnal. They're vanity. They're vain. They're empty. Fake friends giving fake love. You know? And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. He that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. And find what? Everlasting salvation. Find everlasting salvation in Yahawah Yahawashi. If you lost your life for him, if you chose to lose everything for him, chose to lose a woman that you love with all your heart for him, chose to lose a career, which is fucking nothing, honestly. A career is nothing. College is nothing. What are you learning? What are you doing every day? Waking up, busting your ass for Esau and losing sleep and getting nothing while Esau is getting all the riches. This is Esau's kingdom. So in this kingdom, you come to find out that your family is not really your family. The family that you have only are the men who are doing this work, because they can relate to you because they're walking on the same path. On the left side is water, on the right side is fire. You understand? Those that are meant to hear will understand it. You see? Let's go to Amos 3:3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? You see? And can two walk together except they be agreed? So if anyone in your family don't agree with what you're saying, you can't walk with them. Because at every turn, they're going to go back into the world. They're going to do worldly things. Celebrate Christmas. Celebrate Thanksgiving. Celebrate New Year's. Celebrate birthdays. Celebrate Valentine's Day. Want to smoke a blunt. You know, all types of fornication. You know, straight out wickedness. Can two walk together except they be agreed? So the people in your household, the scripture, Matthew 10 and 36 already said that a man's foes shall be those of his own household. So if people in your own household don't agree with you, you can't walk with them. You see? Deuteronomy, let's get Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, Yahawah Yahawashi. The Lord thy God, Yahawah Yahawashi, hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You see, so we're different than these heathen nations. You know, but let Esau, let the E's tell you that we're the same. You know, let these wacky-tacky Christians tell you that we're all equal. But the Lord has chosen Israel to do a service unto him, to be servants of his work. This is the family that we have. And who are these people right here? Who is this? The 144,000 men that are doing this truth unto the end, that are going to endure to the end. This is the family. These are the holy people. Because 2/3 just won't get it. They don't want to get it, they're not going to get it. You know? Let's go to 2 Corinthians. Second Corinthians chapter 6. Verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? So if they don't believe you, and you know what? When you're around people who don't believe this truth, it vexes you. It vexes you. It vexes your spirit. I know I can attest for that myself. You know, being around or talking to my so-called family, and they'll say shit like, hey man, such and such died. Can you believe it? And I'm like, yeah, I can believe it. He was wicked. He was wicked. The dude was doing wicked shit. They're like, how do you say that? The Lord took him out because he was doing wicked things. You know? And they're like, how can you say that? Look, God loves everyone. And I'm like, I've told you already, he doesn't. And then they look at you like, you can't be serious. Like, how can you have such a small-minded when all I'm doing is reading the scriptures? That's why it says, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? It ain't gonna work. They're not gonna understand. They're not gonna, and at every chance and every turn, you're gonna get vexed. Your spirit is gonna get vexed. Let's get Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach 27 and 12. Sirach 27 and 12. If thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time, but be continually among the men of understanding. So if thou be among the indiscreet, the ones who are unbelievers, pay attention to the time. Don't let time go on and on. You're just sitting there with these dudes, or with these people. It says, but be continually among men of understanding, because you're going to rejoice. Your spirit is going to be at ease. You know, when you're around like-minded men. That's why it says iron sharpeneth iron. And wise men have, I forgot that precept. It's something to the effect of wise men dwell with wise men, you know. Salakia for butchering that precept. You see? Verse 13, the discourse of fools is irksome, and their sport is in the wantonness of sin. You see? The discourse of fools is irksome. It's going to irk your spirit. It's going to bother you. And their sport is in the wantonness of sin. You see? Their sport is in the wantonness of sin. What they dwell in is wanting of sin. They're dwelling in sin. Okay, let's go to Matthew chapter 12. Salakia. Matthew 12 and 46. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Verse 47, then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. Verse 48, but he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother, and who are my brethren? Verse 49, and he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples, and said, behold, my mother, and my brethren. Verse 50, for whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother, and my sister, and mother. You see, this is straight from Yahawashi's mouth. Whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother, my sister, and my mother. So your family is not really your family, because you've been put in a lot to be chastised. The life that you're living right now is part of a chastisement. It's a part of a test, a trial. Because whenever you came into the truth, I'm pretty sure it stopped everything after that, like it did with me. I mean, it stopped everything before that. You know, before I came into the truth, I was thinking, I got to make it. I got to do this. I got to do that. You know, everybody was telling me, hey, man, you on your way. You're going to make it. You're going to be rich. And they were right. I am rich. I have become rich. I did make it. You know, through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, I did make it. I made it back to my heritage. I made it back to the servant of Yahawashi. And through this, I've gained many riches. Yahawah Ratazah. 1 John. 1 John 3 and 18. Let's see right there. 1 John 3 and 18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. First John chapter 3 and 18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. Indeed, by actions and this truth. Verse 19. And hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts, our minds before Yahawah Yahawashi. You see? You see? Salakia. But when you're in this truth, you are in a new family. You are in the family and the service of Yahawah Yahawashi. You know? And that's a beautiful thing. Let's go to Luke. (21) and 16. Let's start at 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. That's part of being in this truth. Wisdom and a mouth and understanding that none of your adversaries will be able to gainsay nor resist. And ye shall be betrayed. Verse 16. And ye shall be betrayed by parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. And ye shall be hated for all men for my name's sake. Verse 18. There shall not an hair of your head perish. Verse 19. In your patience possess ye your souls. You see? In your patience possess ye your souls. So knowing that your family is not really your family, and knowing that some of us are going to be betrayed by both parents, brethren, and kinsfolks and friends, and some of us we're going to be caused to be put to death. You see that your family is only the men that are doing this work. Only the men that are walking in this path like you are right now. Let's go to Proverbs 12 and 5. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 5. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit. Verse 6. The words of the wicked are to lie and wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright shall deliver them. You see? So whatever we're going to go through, we're going to be delivered. We're going to be saved out of those things. You see, the righteous The thoughts of the righteous are upright, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit. The words of the wicked are to lie and wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright shall deliver him. The mouth of the upright, the mouth of the 144,000 men doing this work in truth and sincerity is going to deliver them. The wisdom and knowledge and understanding of this word, of what the understanding of what Yahawashi is given back unto us, is going to deliver us. Let's go to Psalms chapter 55 and verse 12. Okay, because this is written by King David. The Psalms are written by King David. So let's hear what he says. Psalms 55 and 12. For it was not an enemy that reproached me, then I could have borne it. Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me. Then I would have hid myself from him. Verse 13, but it was thou, a man of mine equal, my guide, and mine acquaintance. So his own brother betrayed him. Okay? His own brother. This is what King David is saying. Verse 14, we took sweet counsel together and walked into the house of the Most High in company. Verse 15, let death seize upon them, and let them go down quick into hell, for wickedness is in their dwellings, and among them. So even King David experienced betrayal at the hand of a brother. Okay? So what better, how great are we to be, to not expect the same thing that's going to happen unto us? It's going to happen unto us. Let's get Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 7. Sirach, chapter 6. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. Verse 8, for some, man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. You see? Verse 9, and there is a friend who, being turned into enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach. You see, your own friends. That's why it says, if thou would get us a friend, prove him first. Prove him first. Salakia. And be not hasty to credit him. You see, prove him first. Don't give him credit so quickly. Because a lot of people that you call in close to you, they're going to be the ones to turn around and point the finger. He's the Israelite. He's the black Israelite extremist. He's the one who's been preaching all of these videos. He's the one who's been trying to get me to convert me into his cult. They're going to turn on you like you flip over a pancake, man. Quick. When that RFID chip hits, or when the E Nation comes in like a flood, they're going to flip on you, man. The only ones who won't, Yahawah Ratazah, are the ones who are in this truth with you. Because even of them, some just like King David said, a brother. So prove your friends. Because not everyone is your family. Not everyone is who they say they are. You will know a man by his fruits, by his actions, by his works. Let's go to Psalms 18 and 8. Salakia. Let's go to Matthew 18 and 5. wrote something there, but I had to rewrite it, and I think I wrote the wrong precept down. Salakia. Let's go to Matthew chapter 18 and verse 5. Whosoever receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. So whoever receiveth you and receiveth this truth, receiveth Yahawah Yahawashi. Easy. You know, and when you see him and you prove him to do the work, and you see that he's doing it in truth and sincerity, he's humble, he's not a proud person. He doesn't have a proud spirit about him. You know, he exalts other brethren before himself. You know what kind of manner, what manner of man he is. You have to prove him. You have to see. You have to be around him. Okay? Let's get Ecclesiasticus, last couple of precepts. 3 and 12. I wrote that wrong again. Let's go to 12 and 4. Okay, so this is the last precept. Ecclesiasticus 12 and verse 4. Give to the godly man and help not a sinner. Verse 5. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not unto the ungodly. Hold back thy bread, and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby. For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good that thou shalt have done unto him. You see? Let's read that again. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not unto the ungodly. Hold back thy bread. This truth. Lest he overmaster thee thereby, for else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good that thou shalt have done unto him. Verse 6, for the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. And the thing that I really wanted to get down to is this. A friend, verse 8, a friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. Verse 9, in the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart. Verse 10, never trust thine enemy, for as like iron rusteth, so with his wickedness. You see? So, your family are the men of this truth, doing this work in diligence and sincerity into the sin and the true doctrine that is being pushed, especially by the GMS men. Okay? So, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Qadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great Muslim who taught us this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect 144,000 men pushing the truth and diligence and sincerity across the four winds. Until next time, Shalom.